Most men do not get blindsided because they were not good enough. They get blindsided because nobody ever taught them what to actually look for. Most men think cheating comes with obvious red flags, hidden phones, late nights, strange excuses, sudden guilt, big dramatic changes, but real betrayal usually does not arrive like that. It hides inside ordinary behavior. It moves quietly through patterns that already feel familiar. That is why so many men miss it until they are already emotionally invested. Before you give your heart to someone, there are certain behavioral signs that reveal who she really is, not just who she presents herself to be. And once you understand these 7 patterns, you will never look at small changes the same way again. The first pattern is a sudden surge of warmth. This one fools men because it does not feel like danger. It feels like relief. She suddenly becomes softer, sweeter, more affectionate, more present, and you start thinking maybe things are getting better. But sometimes guilt disguises itself as tenderness. If she was distant for weeks, then suddenly becomes extra loving without any real reason, pay attention. Real growth feels gradual. Fake affection feels sudden. It can feel warm on the surface, but underneath it is control. She may be creating emotional comfort, so you stop asking questions. Because when a man feels loved, he lowers his guard. The second pattern is casually normalizing another man. The easiest way to hide something is not to make it secret. It is to make it look harmless. She starts mentioning him casually. He's just a coworker. He's just a friend. He's funny. He helped me with something. At first it sounds innocent. Then his name keeps showing up. Slowly, he becomes part of her daily world. And because she introduced him so casually, you feel guilty for questioning it. That is the trap. If another man is slowly getting emotional access to her and she keeps making him sound harmless, do not ignore it. Attraction follows attention, and when her attention keeps going somewhere else, the emotional priority may already be shifting. The third pattern is routine used as a shield. Most men think cheating changes everything, but sometimes the routine stays exactly the same. Same gym time, same work schedule, same errands, same explanations, but the energy changes. She comes home at the usual time, but something feels off. She gets ready a little more than usual for something that does not require it. Her eyes look distracted. Her mood feels different. You cannot prove anything, but your instincts notice the shift. That is what makes this dangerous. Nothing is big enough to confront, but everything feels slightly wrong. A smart betrayal does not always break the routine. It hides inside it. The fourth pattern is turning your suspicion back on you. The moment you ask a simple question, the conversation flips. Now you are insecure. Now you are controlling. Now you do not trust her. Now your tone is the problem. And suddenly, instead of observing her behavior, you are defending your character. You start apologizing for noticing something. You start trying to prove you are not jealous. You start managing her emotions instead of trusting your own perception. That is when the dynamic becomes dangerous, because now she is no longer answering the concern. She is making you feel guilty for having one. A healthy woman can talk about your concerns without attacking your sanity. The fifth pattern is a public image that looks too perfect. When someone is hiding something, the relationship does not always look worse from the outside. Sometimes it looks better. The photos look happy. The posts look warm. The couple image looks stable. But privately, everything feels colder, quieter, more controlled. That public image becomes a shield. Because if everyone thinks you two are fine, you start doubting your own reality. You see the post and think, she would not act happy online if something was wrong. But sometimes the image is not reassurance. It is misdirection. The cleaner it looks outside, the more you should pay attention to what is happening behind closed doors. The sixth pattern is emotional energy moving somewhere else. Physical betrayal usually begins after emotional betrayal, and you will feel the emotional betrayal first. She is still there, but not really there. Conversations feel short. Her responses feel empty. Her attention feels divided. You feel less like her man and more like someone occupying space in her life. Then small comparisons start slipping out. He listens differently. He understands that. He would not react like that. Those comments matter. They reveal that part of her emotional world may already be connected somewhere else. When a woman feels seen by someone else, the bond with you starts thinning before anything physical happens. The seventh pattern is using her identity as a cover. Some people build a strong image around being loyal, honest, spiritual, mature, or different from everyone else. They say things like, "I would never cheat. I'm not that kind of woman. Loyalty means everything to me." And because they say it so confidently, you stop watching the behavior. But loyalty is not what someone claims. Loyalty is what they do when nobody is watching. A person can love the image of being loyal more than they actually practice loyalty. And if you trust the image more than the pattern, you may ignore what is happening right in front of you. So remember this: one sign alone does not prove betrayal, but repeated patterns tell a story. Sudden affection, a new man becoming normal, routine feeling slightly off, your concerns being turned against you, a perfect public image, emotional distance, and a loyal identity that does not match behavior. These are not things to obsess over. They are things to observe. A grounded man does not panic. He does not accuse without clarity. He does not beg for honesty. He watches patterns. He trusts his perception. He asks direct questions. And if the answers do not match the behavior, he does not keep lying to himself just to keep the relationship alive. Because the truth is this: you do not lose yourself all at once. You lose yourself every time you ignore what your eyes already saw. If this opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to hear it before he gives his heart to the wrong person. And for more deep truths about female psychology, betrayal, attraction, relationships, and self-respect, subscribe to Love, Lies, and Reality, UME. Because here we do not teach men to live in fear. We teach men to see clearly before it is too late.